Greetings. So a couple weeks ago, I did a video where I talked about a car accident that I had with my mother and how everything on that day just seemed to go right after that accident. All kind of nice people I met, how active Allstate was, the people I rented the car from, the people who towed my car, everything. I mean, just all kind of people calling me. And it was, pretty impressive seeing how efficient everything was. Well, this is the follow up. And, things just don't always keep going the same way. For instance, in the almost 2 weeks since I had the accident, I've had one call from the insurance company, and I wasn't home for that, and there was no message left. I have had just one call from the people who are actually working on the car, and I'll come back to that. I got one call from the rental agents, and that's it. Now, the rental agents I could kind of see, but everyone else should have been calling me, telling me stuff. For instance, I didn't know if they were going to fix my car or not. I wasn't sure if I was going to get money. I didn't know how much money. I didn't know if they had caught the guy who had hit me. Nothing. I heard nothing. And so pretty much for a week, I just let everything go, except for one thing. I hedged a bet because the people who are fixing my car, and I'll come back to that, said that the estimate was $13,000. And I said, there's just no way they're going to fix my car. It's a 2014 Kia Cadenza. They're not going to fix this car. So I went out to find another car that I thought was affordable, that I thought would be suitable. A Cadenza is kind of a fancy car. And I found another car. And I learned a major lesson. I know nothing about cars. We'll just get that out of the way. What I learned is that if the word limited is after a car's description, that basically means it's the top of the line. In my vernacular, limited basically says you have fewer skills or fewer of everything else. But in cars, it means they make fewer. Therefore, they put all kind of stuff in it, and it is a top of the line car. Go figure. So anyway, I found a top of the line car, 2015 Hyundai Sonata. It has all the stuff my car has and a couple of things extra. And there's a couple of things it didn't have that my car had. But in general, this is a top of the line car. And it was used, and it was a great price, and they made me a better offer. It's like, yes. So I put money down, because who thinks that insurance company is going to say, yes, let's fix a $13,000 car? So after I did that, last Friday, I decided it's time to be a little bit more proactive. So I go to my insurance agent, and I say, I haven't heard anything from anybody. I don't know what's going on with my car. I heard from the collision people. They said $13,000. I need some answers. So she calls the guy who is supposed to be handling my claim from downstate. I live in central New York, Syracuse area, and he's in Suffern. And I have to admit, I'm not exactly sure where that is, except I know it's downstate somewhere. And he tells her he doesn't have the estimate, to which she says, well, you have to have the estimate. The client has the estimate. It has to be somewhere. So she says that she will let me know what's going on later, but she says, no way they're going to fix it. $13,000? No way. So she calls me an hour and a half later, and she says, well, they may be fixing it. They want them to do a test, the collision people. They want them to do this test. And if it passes the test, then they're going to go ahead and fix it. And if it doesn't, then they'll give you the money. But they didn't tell me how much. I said, they're going to fix it? Really? $13,000 estimate? Who knows? So then we get to Monday. And Monday I decide I'm going to talk to the collision people myself. So I go over there. I drive over there and I talk to the guy, and he says, I can't believe they want us to do this. $13,000. He said, this only ever happened once with another car. This is just unheard of, but okay, we're going to do it. I said, okay, let's look at this thing. And it's basically they wanted an evaluation first. So now everyone's saying, well, we'll let you know Tuesday. Tuesday comes and goes. There's nothing. Wednesday, I drive back to the collision place. And I said, okay, so what's the story now? He says, well, they're paying to have it fixed. I said, what? He says, yes. He says, we've already ordered the parts. He says, one of the problems with your car is a specialty car, which I knew. So we have to order parts for it. This isn't something like we can just go downtown to a store and get it. We actually have to order the parts. So it's going to be another 2 to 2.5 weeks before you get your car back. But you're getting your car back. I was like, wow. So I have to call the place, cancel my deposit, get my money back, moving forward. Now, have I heard from the insurance company? Nope. Have not heard from the insurance company. But they're talking with the collision people. I'm talking with the collision people. They're fixing my car. Now, I've told you all of that, not because I want to get down on my insurance company, not that I want to get down on anybody else who hasn't called me. I'm saying that, I could have just sat here and waited and wondered what's going on. Instead, I decided to take action. I drove to places, I picked up the phone, I called people, and I got answers. And now I know what's going on with my car instead of just sitting at home wondering what's going on, how come nobody's calling me. Every once in a while, you just have to take action. You almost always should take action, but sometimes you can wait it out a little bit and see what's going to happen. But in almost every other circumstance, you have to be ready to take some action. If you're in business for yourself, you have to be ready to take action. If things aren't going well at work, you need to be ready to take action. If you need another skill in order to improve your life and your income, you have to take action. If you don't take any action, if you never do anything to try to better yourself or better things around you, then you're just going to be sitting around complaining all the time, wondering what's going on, and woe is my life. That's your fault. Anyway, that's what today's video is. You got to take action. My name is Mitch Mitchell. I'll let you know what happens when I get my car at some point. Y'all take care.